Monsters Are Coming Rock and Road is a hybrid roguelike tower defense bullet heaven game in which you escort a city fortress on wheels down a perilous road while fending off monster assaults. In a demo, you get a taste of the Stowner Town Hall, the first unlockable one, a single biome, and a first boss encounter, some of the initial buildings, weapons, and unlockables. One of the biggest strengths of the demo is how it marries multiple gameplay tropes in a coherent way. You get roguelike progression, unlocking new towers, upgrades, meta progression, tower defense, base building, placing towers, upgrading districts, connecting buildings. Your peon auto fires or has abilities, leveling up, chaos from hordes. The fortress is mobile, the city moves forward, forcing you to keep pace and add defensively as you go. The mobility aspect is relatively fresh in a tower defense context and gives a nice sense of urgency. You can't just turtle forever, you have to balance offense, resource gathering, and defense on the move. Even in the limited demo, the game teases meaningful decisions. You'll often have a pool of building tower options and must choose carefully where to place them on your grid. Synergies matter, for example using structures that boost specific tower types or placing towers that complement each other is rewarded. The game gives you soft nudges so you aren't completely at the mercy of RNG. If you keep skipping certain tower types, the future pulls bias a bit toward them to reduce dead-end builds. These make each run feel different and encourage experimentation rather than sticking to one fixed best build. The art direction is charming, a blend of cute and ominous. The peon character, whimsical buildings, and the enemy silhouettes are visually coherent and pleasing. Little touches like walkways connecting newly added structures or bridges appearing when you attach a building help make the growing fortress feel alive rather than a sterile grid. It's hard to step away once you start a run. You want to push just a bit further. The progression systems and intention of incremental upgrades help that one more run feel sink in. Because it's a demo, the full game isn't out yet. Some rough edges and limitations show through. You only get one biome, a single boss, and the early structures. It doesn't fully show how the mechanics scale or interact deeper with later content. Some of the more advanced synergy combos or more complex tower tops aren't visible yet. For new players, some tooltips or explanation might feel lacking because you're juggling multiple systems, peon movement, resource gathering, tower building, upgrades. It can be overwhelming at first. The moving fortress is a cool ideal, but it also forces you to make choices. Do you slow down to collect resources, build, or push forward to survive? This tension can occasionally feel punishing, especially if traps or different terrain interfere. Sometimes the screen is so busy that avoiding attacks is impossible in later moments. The demo hints at meta progression, unlocks different town halls, and multiple biomes, but until those are fully unlocked in the full game, the variation is limited. The Monsters Are Coming Rock and Road demo is an impressive teaser. It successfully combines tower defense, roguelike progression, and survival bullet heaven elements into a cohesive and a compelling experience. The mobility of your fortress gives it a refreshing twist, and even in its limited state, it shows promise. If you enjoyed hybrid strategy action loot games, this demo is well worth trying. The core mechanics shine through, and there's a lot of excitement about what the full game could become. The demo is just scratching the surface. Whether the full version delivers on scaling, depth, and balance remains to be seen. Every run begins the same way, with motion. Every victory is temporary, every loss inevitable. But that's the beauty of Monsters Are Coming. It's a story about persistence, about the refusal to stop moving even when the world collapses around you. The fortress rolls on, the monsters follow, the road never ends, and somewhere between the two lies the heartbeat of a survivor. A peon who refuses to fall. I would rate it 5 beers out of a 6-pack. A definite wish list.